They trained under the exact same teacher, learned from the exact same source, and ended up on opposite sides of the war. Kaigaku and Zenitsu's fight isn't just a battle. It's a direct comparison of what happens when two people respond to the same failure in completely different ways. Like and subscribe to support this channel. Both were students of Jigoro Kuwajima, and both, at different points, were considered the weaker talent compared to a training partner they were constantly measured against. That shared starting point, being seen as not enough, is exactly what makes their eventual paths so worth comparing side by side. Kaigaku's defining trait is his inability to handle being outdone. Rather than processing his limitations, he lets resentment toward his training partner calcify into something closer to hatred. That resentment becomes the foundation for the choice he eventually makes, turning to Muzan, trading his humanity for power he couldn't otherwise reach. Zenitsu, by contrast, never stops being afraid, never stops feeling inadequate, but he channels that insecurity into obsessive dedication to a single technique rather than resentment toward anyone else. Same wound, completely different processing. When they finally face each other, it isn't just a physical battle, it's staged as a referendum on which response to failure actually holds up under pressure. Kaigaku fights with raw power gained through shortcuts. Zenitsu fights with years of obsessive, painstaking mastery of one narrow skill. The fight becomes a direct test of which path produces something more durable. In his final moments, their old teacher's presence is invoked, not as comfort, but as a final, painful reckoning with exactly what Kaigaku threw away. The framing isn't triumphant. It's somber, almost mournful, a reminder that Kaigaku had another path available to him, the same one Zenitsu took and chose differently. His death isn't framed as simple justice, it's framed as a waste. This fight works because it isn't really about who's stronger. It's the story's clearest side-by-side illustration of its recurring theme, that facing inadequacy through connection and patience produces something that shortcuts through power never can. Do you think Kaigaku could have taken a different path if his resentment had been addressed earlier? Let me know your take. Next is full Zenitsu character breakdown to see how his side of the same story built up to this exact fight.